From the Golden Nugget in Atlantic City, New Jersey, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Tonight we find ourselves at the Golden Nugget in Atlantic City, New Jersey to kick off a new series of our invite-only cash game. We'll be joined by film critic Richard Roeper, legendary defense attorney Linda Kenny Baden, and after leaving a trail of candy leading to our set, we managed to get the world-famous Oscar-nominated actor James Woods to join us for his first appearance on Poker Night. We've also got a bunch of other notable figures sidling up to our table, so let's get down to the set and meet the players. Here's the buy-ins for the players tonight. Just two players buying in for $10,000, being Jessica Dolly and Dan Shack. Everyone else looking for the $5K min buy-in as we put the ball in the air and get things started here on Poker Night in America from Golden Nugget, Atlantic City.
I said, so who's the best driver? He said, oh, he was killed in a car accident last week. Wait for it. See?
Is that true? Really?
I said, Fulgencio, you're like, no, of course not.
No, just checking. I want to see. I want to see when you're bluffing or not.
Well, you are. Wow. I'm never getting in a courtroom with you. You're too tough.
Man.
I mean, he got me. Like, you know, he's the comedian. He's the part-time comedian.
That's a great film, by the way.
Poker Night at the Movies coming a little later on here on Poker Night in America.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
I'm literally every other
Jim Belushi,
sentence is
right?
that's a great
Yeah,
film.
Jim-
I'm
yeah,
literally
he was
writing
really
down
good in that
which
too.
ones.
People forget
Was it
like how good he
150?
can be in the right part.
He was, I loved Jim. I thought he was great. Elpidia Carrillo was great. She was fabulous in it.
Double up.
John X, you know, John from X, he was and John Savage, the wonderful
Double
John
up.
Savage.
I'm gonna hit and run.
Yeah.
That's a good film.
But you're right, the people were so
That's
nice in Mexico.
So
Quads
nice. Like,
for
really
Dolly.
just very
Unbelievable
different.
flop. Let's see if she can get some money out of Dan Shack.
They're drug crime now. I mean, there was a single person.
Dolly with a raise of the eyebrows saying, oh, good.
Helpful.
Raise. Oh, I like that. A call from Jessica. Check, check the turn. Here's the river. Jessica's got a bet here to try to get some value out of this hand.
An ace was a very good card for you or a very bad card for you?
And she bets 675.
Not a lot of hands I can beat now.
Could you beat any on the flop?
No, I had you beat on the flop, I think. Pretty sure. I'm not raising, so that's a question of what. How much is it?
He calls.
Quads.
Of course she had a 4.
Wow. How did we not get that?
I didn't think you had an ace. It's okay.
Quads.
You were right. She didn't have an ace.
What I said.
Did you expect to make money on that? Wow.
Well, when he raised me on the flop, I thought maybe he had a combo draw. I didn't
Or
put any on
sevens,
jacks.
and you're just like,
or sevens draw. I run good. I don't run that good.
sure I have you beat on the flop.
I think that just could have gone way worse for me in many ways.
Yeah. I was doing a scene once in the middle of a close-up on this movie called Jamesy Boy, and I looked down on my desk, and there's a little tiny box with like a stick and a string, and all these little pieces of candy, like below frame line. And I'm like trying to do this big emotional scene. I'm looking down this box with candy leaning up to it, and I thought, man, nothing's sacred, you know.
This is Jamie Kerstetter. Jamie's played on a couple of our Poker Night in America Ladies Night episodes.
In that movie,
Did he?
I believe.
And James
Right,
Woods
should I
will play
see
his
the movie?
first hand.
Okay.
There's two
In
versions.
the 8th seat, this is Christine Pilcher, who won her seat here on 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
Ben's parents were coming later, so I was
Back to
seeing.
Kerstetter after Woods made it 375.
My mom only watched me one time
He flew
All
up.
from Kerstetter. So here we go. Kerstetter and Woods heads up.
when my smallest and largest pot, like in Vegas or whatever. Yeah. And she was sitting behind me at the win. And she was like, okay, I can't
James
handle
Woods is
anymore. I
officially
gotta go
drawing
play
dead
slots."
here on the flop.
Good luck now.
He's what?
You can tell him he's good luck
And
now.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's any
Yeah,
combination of chips he could bet right now to get rid of Jamie
That was
Kerstetter.
probably the biggest pot you
He
won.
bet 675.
I mean, I just bluffed it all off. And my mom was like, what are you doing? You don't even have a pair. I was like, The best is when they think that you can cash out during a tournament.
And there's the straight for Kerstetter, but that actually gives James Woods some chop outs now.
It'd be nice if you could. Wait a minute.
Kerstetter will check and let Woods
Do we have a set of tens?
bluff at this pot again if he wants to.
Oh, I feel you have a
Yeah,
set of tens.
that would be great.
All right.
And that was an I give up check if I've ever seen it.
I know. Thanks. Nice hand.
Thanks.
The chips barely landed on the table, and Woods was already folding. Coming up next, more action from the felt, and later on, it's poker night at the movies with Ebony Kenny, Richard Roeper, and James Woods.
I'm covering my bases.
Yeah, the movie.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. Let's return to the cash game. Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
So the first card of the flop, whatever the number is,
an
that
ace, so
seat
it's a one
pays.
seat.
And Katie said, if you pay once, you shouldn't have to pay again. And I said, no, maximum pain. Like, if it just comes, like, what am I? If it comes 6, like, 10 times, then I'm just paying the tips the whole time.
8 is the
Poker
most.
players like to gamble.
In a
Let's go.
down, like in a session.
8,000.
You've done credit card roulette.
Wendine Eolis will call with ace 10.
Heads up with someone and people had bought out and they're like,
Wendine was the first
woman
woman to cash in the main event of the World Series of Poker and was the first one to do it twice. The first time in '86, second time in '93.
You're
so hardcore.
Different strategy.
Gamble.
Yeah. Hold on, you're saying gamble?
At credit card roulette.
All right,
gambling, that's
CCR,
fun.
you can gamble,
Yeah.
And everyone is in
At
for a
poker.
friendly $50 as we go to the flop, which Linda Kenny Baden absolutely destroys. Stone fires first. It's 150. Baden will call.
When we said we wanted this side of the table, we didn't mean like
Against
versus each other.
Tearing each other apart.
And both players now make a full house. This could get expensive for Katie Stone. Looks like she's going to go with the check call option. She checked. There's the bet. Now let's see what she does. As predicted, there's the call. So let's go to the river.
Yeah-oh. I'm all in.
A check and an all in. And it's got to be pretty obvious now to Stone that Baden has got that king.
I call.
But she does call. It was for only 1,500, and I guess folding a full house hurts pretty bad, so nicely played by Kenny Baden,
I've just played position.
doubling up and winning the biggest pot of the night thus far.
Nice hand, Katie. I have to tell you, I was rooting for the person who's complimented me the most already today.
Oh, that's what it takes, huh? Okay.
That's that me? Oh boy.
It's always on you, Dan.
Yeah.
If you just buy me a drink, we'll let it slide that time.
A raise with the suited ace from Dan
Jamie,
Shack.
we're all going to buy you a drink because we hear you do shots.
I did one shot, and I think
now
I did
you're
like
lush.
half a
A
shot.
call
Now
from
you're
James
lush.
Woods with nines. Poker Night in America regular Jessica Dolly will call from the button.
Even Florida got pretty active when they brought the fireball shots out.
Happy that I had one person with me that wasn't drinking.
And becoming a Poker Night regular is Richard Roeper. He also calls.
Usually it's just me. I'm like, no, really, I'm good, please.
I was willing to do one
Stop
drink,
the
but I was
pressure.
like, I'm playing
No.
25-50. I don't want
I
to be
know,
like wasted.
Get hammered.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I had a set.
Yeah, the whole board looked blurry. I just called.
When in doubt, just call.
How much is that?
475.
I'm all in.
Raise and all in.
Good luck.
Really? King 10?
It's the critic versus the actor tonight on Poker Night in America.
Am I good enough to lay down bottom set, Richard? How much is this?
1500.
15 even?
15 even.
Yuck.
You're going once
Set
or
of queens?
twice.
Set of
But he
queens?
has to make the call.
8-10, nice hand. Got to pair the board for me.
If it makes you feel any better,
I'd like to
never
run it
folding
twice. Do we
bottom
run it
set.
twice?
You got it.
Lucky for him, he still has some options. Woods needs to board the pair or a 10 for a chop here on the first run. He gets neither and will like it.
That's the first one. You win.
First one. And burn.
I never win races. You win.
There you go.
Yeah, nice hand. Very
And
nice.
Richard Roeper's flop straight will pay him off.
Well, not good enough to lay down bottom set.
None of us
never be folding
are.
bottom
We
set
just
there.
all said
Should never
that
be folding
no one is folding bottom set on that kind of board.
Of course not. I just decided to add a little entertainment before I took it up the end.
Draftkings, the official fantasy sports site of Poker Night in America. And we are back to more poker on Poker Night in America. Blinds are 25 and 50. Optional $100 straddle can be put into play under the gun.
Good, you got a straddle for
Is that a straddle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, whatever happened? I was the only guy to straddle.
Trying to get some gambling going. Dan Shack straddles for 100.
But is that a straddle?
Yeah, we hear
What
straddle.
the heck is going on here? The place is falling apart. Limp call.
But Jamie, I just got the feeling that he was just jonesing to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we send them back to think about it a little while.
Yeah,
Comes
that-
back with a better offer, and we've had hands in the meantime.
That wouldn't have skewed the game too much, would it?
Sean Deeb had stopped by this table a couple of minutes ago and was looking to buy someone's seat here tonight on Poker Night in America.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm willing to pay any one of you $500 to give up your seat to me. I've been up for 2 days. I'm going to gamble, and this game is going to
And
really
you've been
loosen
drinking.
up. I have been drinking, so...
I know for a fact you were playing late last night because I
I'm
was
still
talking
in the same
to your
clothes.
wife on the phone.
You were talking...
Texting.
How does everyone talk to my wife? This is... Why am I getting in
People
trouble
checking
for
up on
this?
you, making sure.
Yeah, I'm a good boy. I just play a lot of poker. So is any willing
I'm a
to
real
accept...
boy. I'm a real boy. So it was 5,000.
500.
Playing for something
No, I
money.
heard
You know,
5,000.
we think you need to up that considerably.
Why? You guys aren't that bad at poker. It's not worth it.
We aren't that bad. That was like a compliment.
Yes,
We
that
aren't
was a
bad at
backhanded
poker.
compliment. The lawyer sees
Guys
it.
aren't that bad.
I was going to comment. I was going to comment.
I really want a seat. I mean,
I don't think anyone.
Bet too much.
no one is going to accept. All right, if anyone changes their mind, I will be in the rafters waiting.
You're in the Phantom of the Opera. I'll be in the rafters waiting.
Yeah, we think we used to get in the right zone first, right?
Yeah.
Can someone call back Sean Deeb? We want to get him in the
Yeah.
right zone.
I'm just going to say this. You can take it for what it's worth. People at the table, you don't want Sean Deeb sitting down here tonight.
He's such a good player.
I'm just going to say it. Take it however you want to take it.
Praying that someone.
Yes.
Praying.
For a bust out,
Fox
right?
coming into the hen house. Who would like some
You're
treats?
the all in hand. He's like, please.
That's exactly right, Richard. Came
That
into
was
the
like
hand.
ridiculous.
He had me fold the winner of that hand too. I folded the 3 and 5, and down came
Then
a
he
4
followed
and
it with,
6.
you're
on the
not
flop.
that bad.
yeah.
Some of you.
Took my kiss back. No, I'm not going out. I'm not going out. I like you a lot, but not that much. My husband's here. I don't do anymore.
So we're waiting on James Woods, and he's the last player to call. So we're four-handed as we go to the flop.
Red back in. Before red back in.
All spades, so that gives Woods and Dolly the flush draws. Second nut and nut flush, respectively. A bunch of checkers as we go to the turn. Somebody take a stab and take this pot down. There's $1,700 out there waiting to be stolen. Jessica will give it a try with $675. And Roeper will fold to Dolly's bet. Back to Shaq. But he will fold.
Well, that's a perfect bet size. Why don't you just make it 475 and let me be able to call it? 2 overs and a flush draw.
2 overs and a flush draw?
Maybe. I have to say that. Last time you made a speech, you had quads.
I don't have quads. So this
Ace of spades? Is it the ace of spades? Oh, jack. Oh, good. I have one of those.
Dolly bet the turn and took it down.
I was just thinking about that you might have the only job I want more than my job. It's a cool job.
Listen, I want to be an actress one day.
Yeah.
Lace it up.
Actually, my dream is to have my own talk show.
Tell you what, Jessica Dolly, you leave your chips right where they're at. You come on over here. I'll go sit down where you're at. Let's see how that works out. I guarantee you, you're in a much better spot than being where I am right now. Okay, but even I could sit down and play aces.
Really shouldn't have shown her that jack high hand.
That's all right. It's like friendly advice
Dolly
on the right
raises
hand
to
here.
$9.75. Question is, will she get any action? Fully expecting the 5-bet here from Dan Shack. I don't think it's an overstatement to say that Dan Shack probably has the most high-limit poker experience at this table.
Now see, we've awakened the sleeping giant. I like being in the squeeze between you two. This will be so much fun. I'll just graciously bow out.
Back to Dolly. That kind of bet usually represents aces. There's no doubt about it.
I'm all in.
I call.
Call.
Two boards?
You have aces, of course. Yeah, I've king. Twice is fine.
Kings? Brutal.
I know. And
Why
I know
did
she.
on my hand.
I know she has aces too.
Suited connectors. I know I'm going to smash this. Here it comes. Don't put a 9. Don't put spades. Okay, good. Well, I was going to win this.
All things considered, that's a great flop for Dan Shack. $23,000 pot is hanging in the balance.
I knew she had aces
Yeah,
too,
you
and I'm
got
like,
aces, yeah.
Linda Kenny Baden has her famous husband, Dr. Michael Baden, the famed forensic pathologist, with us here today. He's given her a good sweat, and right now, Dan Shack is sweating the first run, and he can't come from behind. So Jessica Dolly's going to at least win half of the pot.
Yeah, I win that one.
One more?
Yeah, one more.
I want one
He's gonna
more.
keep that board.
I had suited I know you both had big hands. I had suited connectors. I so wanted to play that hand.
So did I,
Why didn't I play it?
because I had the Jack 10 suited connector.
You had spades? No.
No, I Jack 10
Oh,
hearts.
because spades out there.
All right, only a king's going to save Dan Shack.
And I had a 9.
I couldn't play it with the 2 raises.
I win them both. I win them both.
I knew you had aces too. I still couldn't fold. No, that's good.
And Jessica Dolly will win our biggest hand of the night tonight on Poker Night in America.
Even when I know.
You would have been sick if I'd been in that hand.
I'm sick that I wasn't. I couldn't do it.
You Jack 10.
I had Jack 10 suited.
A suited connector is the 9 of spades.
Well, this is where we're going to end for day one tonight. And Jessica Dolly, thanks to the Aces versus Kings, is up 15,000. And thanks to the Aces versus Kings, Dan Shack is now down 10,000. When we come back on Poker Night in America, our panel of experts reviews the poker movie Lucky You.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. Tonight we look at the 2007 poker film Lucky You, starring Eric Bana and Robert Duvall. Now, as poker films go, Lucky You tends to fly under the radar, even though its cast of cameos reads like a Poker Night in America table reunion. You've got Phil Hellmuth, Daniel Negreanu, Antonio Esfandiari, the list goes on and on. In this scene, Bana's character, Huck Cheever, gives some friendly advice to his aging poker pro father. Let's see how our panel of judges thinks this one stacks up. Backed by popular demand, this is Poker Night at the Movies.
Now humor me a minute. How would you play this?
Duvall's acting is sublime there. The way he just the way he uses the poker terminology and pauses at certain moments, and the lesson he's saying right there, it's true because when you have those pocket aces, you're thinking about trips and you're not looking at that flush. So there's a lot going on there. I think it's actually, as a dramatic scene, works really well.
In the last 10 seconds of that scene, it was very no matter if you're familiar with poker or not, he made you feel something.
Yeah, he's a remarkable actor and a wonderful man, by the way. I actually walked into the Commerce once, and there was a big game going on. It's a 20/40 no limit, but they sometimes jack it up and they buy in for $100,000 a piece and so on. And Doyle Brunson was playing, and sitting behind him was Robert Duvall. And I said to a friend of mine, actually to Chad Brown, the late wonderful Chad Brown, I said, Chad, what's going on here? He said, I guess Robert Duvall is doing a movie, a poker movie, and he's friends with Doyle, so Doyle said he could sit in and watch him play. And I had heard the year before in the Legends of Poker that Mike Caro had said that Doyle had gone to him and said, I've been a winning poker player for almost 50 years, and this year, for some reason, I'm not winning. He started talking about his opening hands, his opening range. Mike said, well, you're starting with crap. He said, well, I'm Doyle Brunson, I can outplay anybody. He said, you know something? It's pretty hard to outplay everybody for a long, long time with no cards. Eventually, you have to have cards. What's interesting about this scene is if you think about Doyle saying to Mike Caro, worrying a little bit about where did my game go? Is it my age? Is it, you know, blah, blah, blah. I would guess that this got incorporated into the scene, probably by Robert Duvall, sensing that with Doyle. You know, this movie tried for something and kind of missed a little bit. I'd say it's Two Middle Pair. It's Two Middle Pair as a movie, and a pretty good low straight flush on the acting department.
All right, and how about you, Rick?
Yeah, I think the scene itself is definitely, I'll give it a full house, just because of Robert Duvall and Eric Bana. They're so good there. You watch them, they could just be ordering off the menu.
Because it's really just...
Actually, I'm not, because you're the one that's a royal flush in a movie. That's why I'm the critic and you're the actor.
I'm covering my bases.
Yeah, the movie is a busted flush, but the scene itself is very solid.
And Ebony, as a poker player, well, how do you break it down?
Well, I'll tell you what. As a poker player, I would give the actual poker itself, I would give it bottom 2 pair. But as the effect of what it does for you emotionally, I would definitely give it probably a middle straight flush.
All right,
Wow. But now, and let me, as a poker wife, never mind, sorry.
Let's move on from that.
What was that?
And that is our review tonight of Lucky You. For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams. Also, be sure to check out our online store for Poker Night shirts, hats, hoodies, and more. For everyone, here at Poker Night in America, I'm Chris Hansen. Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online, and by Draftkings.
Yeah, I'm a good boy. I just play a lot of poker.
I'm a real boy.
Did you get pantsed a lot in high school? I'm just wondering.